There's some chairs over here to the side. Please come on in and make yourselves comfortable. There's a lot more chairs too. So welcome everyone. It's really great to see so many wonderful faces that we've had the chance to spend some time with before. And I was just telling our good friend Amanda Butterfield, I haven't been to one of these events where I have not met someone new, which is exactly one of the reasons that we wanted to start hosting these events. So we're going to kick off the evening tonight in the same way that we always do, just by introducing ourselves and telling you a little bit about why we bring this group together. So if you've been with us before and you've heard the story before, it's not long. So, just zone out for a minute and think of something else for a second. But I'm Jennifer Danielson.
I'm Jackie Sainer. I'm Geraldine White-Dreyfus.
And I'm the president of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Utah. And when I stepped into the role a number of years ago and I started working with a great team at Method Communications, I started talking to them about different ways that I could start getting out and meeting other business leaders in the state that are outside of the sort of normal footprint and paths that we all get used to traveling in our own professional and personal lives. And as Method introduced me both to Jackie and Geraldine and started introducing me to some of the other leaders around in the state, we sort of had this thought come to our minds that there are amazing women in the state who are doing amazing things who don't know each other. And before I started working with Method Communications, I knew who Geraldine Dreyfus was, but I didn't know her personally, and along the way I had the fantastic opportunity to meet Jackie as well, and have really benefited from knowing these amazing women too. So these gatherings are nothing formal. They really are just about, women who are working hard in their own lives and learning together, finding an opportunity to meet and to, share ideas and find associations for other purposes as well. So, Geraldine, do you want to say anything?
No, I just think that Jennifer is using her executive leadership to sort of embrace and kind of have all of the. I'm so excited to see so many younger women here in the company that are bubbling up, and the energy. Classic red race,
which we know what.
Yeah, pull that skill but I have a friend that has a foundation in San Francisco, and she funds people, improbable people, or people that need to get to know each other for dinner. And she said it's always the most leveraged investment, $500, $1,000. She brings people together, they have dinner, they find each other, something gets invented and created. And that's the spirit of this, that you guys are going to find somebody that you didn't know, you're going to work together, and something good's going to happen. And that's the promise that we're putting out for Utah Wonder Women, is that you guys will find each other and things will fly. And it's really not more complicated than that. But it is enlightening the leadership on behalf of Jennifer, and I think it's lonely.
I'm just following Geraldine.
I think it's lonely to be the head of a large organization and a woman, and so that the fact that she wanted to embrace a new community outside of the traditional channels to do that and just make it fun is really great. So
thank you.
And it's an investment that it's already been an investment that's paid off, because you just see all the things bubbling up and people are finding each other and switching companies, and that's great.
It is great. And Jackie's going to take a moment to tell you a little bit about herself and introduce our speaker for this evening. But before we do that, we need to thank our hostess for the night as well. So the lovely home that you're in, and we decided that we wanted to, try and hold these events in homes, just because it, brings it to a much more personal level. And the lovely home that you're standing in tonight is the home of Jana Francis, the president of Steels.com. And I know that many of you have had the chance to meet her along the way, but again, another example tonight, I have met Jana before, but we've never gotten an opportunity to really get to know each other the way that I hope we get to. So Jana, thank you very much for having us in your home.
And Exhibit A, Lindsay came to this organization and backed up backcountry.com, and now it's with steels.com. And you guys, if you haven't been on our website, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to say a minute about your company?
Yeah.
And
Sure.
why you started it? And
Absolutely.
inspired you?
Well, I'll start out that Chris Redgrave hired me at KSL.
It's all Chris's fault.
Chris Redgrave hired me in 2001 at KSL News Radio, and I actually applied to be her assistant. I really did. And through the interview, I thought it was going great. I was like, wow, this is so cool. I think she likes me. And then at the end, she goes, you know what? I wouldn't hire you for this position for all the money in the world. And I thought, oh my gosh. And she goes, I think you need to be in sales and you need to work here. I was like, in sales? So thus started an amazing career at KSL in sales, and I worked for Chris for until the middle of 2008. So anyway, I just wanted to say that it's so fun to have her here.
So KSL.com is like the biggest website in the world for it. So you basically borrowed and stole all the ideas and kept your own platform.
Good job.
Yeah.
So while I worked at KSL, I was pregnant with my third baby, who was a little girl, and it had been 6 years since I had a baby. So the long and short of how I started my company was just a dream. At the time, e-commerce was very infantile, if you will. A picture and a price. It wasn't a lot of description about why this diaper bag, or why that one, or why this crib, and it was just very infantile. So as I was a busy mom looking online for the latest and greatest things, I really wanted somebody to just spoon feed it to a busy mom like me, one at a time. Tell me what was hip, what was trendy, what was high quality, but give it to me a smoking hot deal. And this is before Groupon or any other deal site really existed, especially for women. And women were really underserved online at the time. So as I strived to find a website, and I assumed it existed, that spoon-fed people amazing products like me, people like me that just had time to just one thing at a time, but at a great deal. But tell me why. Tell me the whole story of the brand, and supporting other moms and businesses that have this dream about a product and wish that they had the ability to get it out to niche people, not just in their community, but all around the world. So as I had this concept, it just hit me literally one night, babysteals.com, and so I started it, and fast forward now, almost 8 years later, my company is obviously called Steals.com. We have 4 daily deal websites: Baby Steals, Kids Steals, Scrapbook Steals, and then our newest one is about 2.5 years old, is SheSteals.com, and it's all amazing products for women. So we employ lots and lots of women at Steals.com, and actually the majority of our staff, we have a lot of men too, but we have a lot of women employees. We have almost 43 employees now. We have a fulfillment center down by the airport. You might have driven by it right off California Avenue at 215 as you head toward the airport. So that's Steals.com. We've shipped about probably 2.5 million orders around the world. And we started with just a hope and a dream in my basement right up the street, at a house right up the street. And we've done almost in revenues about 70 million. So we're really proud of that. And our mission statement is we send joy, and we strive to connect with other moms like us, connect them with each other, and just really make a difference for our community of shoppers that shop with us. So anyway,
She basically curates style and bargains.
Yes. I'm so thrilled to have you all here. Please let me know if there's anything I can ever do for any of you. Just as a point of housekeeping, there's a bathroom there, and then there's one you kind of have to circle around one of my kids' rooms over there. And I'd be more than happy to give anybody a tour at the end, and just love to connect with you all. I love this. I've been coming to these for a long time and seen some of your amazing homes. And it's such a dream. And I just wanted to shout out, the boy over there is my 21-year-old, and he actually has my phone on Periscope. I don't know if you've all heard of Periscope yet, but I have a lot of followers on Periscope. They're all watching right now. I hope they're not saying anything bad. Okay, all good. Anyway, I'm so honored because It's a live streaming app, and I've done really well on it the past several months. And last night, Periscope announced that I'm going to be one of the speakers at Periscope Summit in San Francisco in January. But thank you all so much for being here. I'm just really happy to connect with you all. So.
Great. My turn. Okay.
Yeah, there's 3 more floors just like
my
this.
role tonight is help to broker your investment rounds.
I need investment too, by the way.
Yes. So my name is Jackie Zager. My background is a partner and managing director at Goldman Sachs in New York for many years. I retired, to Park City 5 years ago. And such a privilege to be involved. My passion has always been around connecting women, empowering women. The work I do in the world is I run a philanthropic community of sorts called Women Moving Millions, which is a global network of women philanthropists, but I'm also on the road a lot championing for women to use their resources, which include their financial power, investment, philanthropy, and consumer purchasing power, as well as our leadership, our influence, our networks, in alignment with a vision for a more gender-balanced world. So that is my mantra in the world, and I do that in a number of different ways. You know, one of the things I think I am is a learner, and I think my quest in life is to become the best human being I possibly can, and thankfully I surround myself with great people who really help me do that. But it was sort of last year, and my dear friend Robin Marouche is here in the back, that I started to really think about my thinking. Like, really think about it. Why do I have the thoughts that I do or don't have? You know, why can't I fall asleep at night, or what wakes me up? You know, like, what is going on in my head? And more importantly, like, how do I learn to think with others who think differently than myself? I think it's one of the greatest challenges we have. And here I am, a champion for diversity, a champion for women, a champion for research that promotes the fact that diversity in thought is a good business decision and will in fact be the force that changes the world if we can learn how to think with others who think differently than ourselves. So it's a little bit on this journey. It was a long story. But anyways, I happened to meet the woman that you are going to meet tonight, Angie MacArthur. And it turns out, though I had forgotten in a moment of stupidity, that Angie and Robin Marouche, who runs the Kimball Art Center, were roommates in college, are really best friends. But I did not make that connection, and I kind of got to Angie a separate way when Robin's like, Jackie, Angie. But anyway, so I met Angie, and it was sort of, you know how the message has to come at the right time sometimes. And so I met Angie deeply, maybe about 1.5 years ago. I got introduced to her work on collaborations, collaborative thinking. And Angie's partner in the book, let me hold it up, that is, who you'll probably talk a little bit about, is Angie MacArthur, that's you, who is 74. Donna, and I've gotten to know Donna very well as well. She's 74. She's written, I think, 16 or 17 books. If you Google this woman, she's going to blow your minds. And she's a PhD, I think, in cognitive neuroscience.
Yeah, and psychology.
And psychology. And I've gotten to know her deeply because we had Angie and Donna come to do a board retreat with us at Women Moving Millions, because not only do I need to understand how to think with others, but I need this to be sort of a core proposition of us as a community. So we spent a lot of time together, and I was very honored to be interviewed for this book, which came out August 13th?
Yeah,
8. I was close. But it's become a bestseller already, and when Angie lives in Park City, and I think it's something you're really going to care a lot about. So this is Angie MacArthur. Her work